centered around a primary note, which as a fragrance lover, that I love stuff like that because it gives me a center to focus on. You know, there's a lot of notes in every one of these fragrances, and we're going to talk about each one of the 8 fragrances in depth. But I love the fact that he gets inspired by one note. Franck Boclet, fashion designer for men and women, works with a black and white palette. Very interesting. When Simona Abaton is a distributor, she's with us tonight, and she's going to be speaking briefly. And you met her last time. You probably met her. She's spoken at Sniffapalooza. Her family owned distribution company, Abaton, is they do exceptional luxury brands, and they work with hard to find European niche brands. And that's why I love them, because their stuff, it's almost like a best kept secret. It's special. It's in special distribution, select doors across the country. Franck Boclet, when she told me she was getting it, I think this was a 2019, Simona?
Yeah,
2019?
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah, she told me about this, and I go,
before.
Yeah, I got really excited because Frank is inspired by music, particularly music of the 80s, David Bowie, the Rolling Stones, Eric Clapton, a lot of that kind of rock, which I also love, and a lot of people have a soft spot for that kind of classic hard rock. And he's inspired by that. His clothing designs show it. So she told me about this brand. I got really excited. I didn't know about it. And I was in Paris a few months later. I'm walking around in the 7th arrondissement, and I turn the corner, and there's the Franck Boclet store. And she just told me about it. So I'm really excited because, hey, this is what Simona's doing. You know, I went in, the store is beautiful. His touch is on everything. Every chair, he has like a leather ceiling, a magnificent chandelier, like a black chandelier. And of course, the fragrance area that had all 3 of his collections. We explored Rock and Riot Black last time, which was very interesting. And we got a lot of fans out of that one. And then we are doing this one tonight, Franck Boclet Collection. And then we're going to be doing later on Franck Boclet Rock and Riot Ivory, which is about his courtship and marriage to his wife. But tonight I thought it made good sense to kind of really get into these. These are true niche fragrances that really go in depth. So, and we also have with us a special guest that will be joining us to talk. She sells the full collection. So with Simona, you can get these 8 on her website. And I know a lot of you shopped there last time, but we also have with us Lexi, who you met last time. Wonderful Lexi. She is the Abaton brand ambassador. There's Lexi. And she's going to take us through a lot of it. But I think we have enough people here that I want to introduce Simona, my friend. We've been good friends. Turns out she lives right around the corner, which was a nice surprise. So we were able to get together for coffee a lot when we first found each other. I did some copywriting for her brands, but all of her brands are really interesting. So if you visit the Abaton website, you're going to see some really great stuff. And hopefully we'll get to do master classes with a lot more of them. Like I said, you're very hard to find, you know, and we can't go to Europe anymore. So it's really nice to be able to have this stuff here. So with saying all that, I want to introduce our friend and our colleague, Simona Abaton, and she's going to just talk a little bit, and then she'll introduce Lexi. And welcome everybody.
Yeah,
and
welcome.
Is Karen Abbas here? I want us all to say a big hi to her if she's here. I don't see her cute little face yet. Is it on here? I'm not seeing her yet.
I'm here. Hi.
There she is. Look at that face.
Yeah, look at that face.
Yeah, so Karen is my partner in Sniffapalooza. I found it in 2002. She joined me in 2004, and we were able to really do a lot of great things with it together, a lot of fun things, and it's been great partnering with her. And together we make this wild and wacky stuff happen, right, Karen?
You sure do.
And David Ecker says Karen Adams is awesome. It's true, she is awesome. So anyway, Simona, you want to explain a little bit about what we're going to be doing tonight, and then we can hear from Lexi, okay?
Yes,
So
of
Simone,
course.
take it away.
Hi to everybody, and thank you to join us with this unique masterclass. Tonight we will talk about one of the first line of Franck Boclet and the fragrance collection, and or the classical collection. And we can go through 8 fragrance, a little bit more. We will have a special guest, Jana Menard, Fragrance Vault, in a wonderful place, Lake Tahoe. And as Karen say, we are passion is our company looking for the niche exclusive brand to distribute in the US market. We are doing that because we really have the passion for the fragrance, and because we born in a family business that is doing this since a long time. I will pass the word to Lexi, and she will describe this unique line.
Yes. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Lexi. I am a brand ambassador of Franck Boclet and for Abaton. So before we get started, I just want to mention that we are having a very special giveaway. So we are doing that at the very end. So make sure you stick around. And then before we get started, we have a very special message from Franck Boclet himself, all the way from his estate in Morocco. So
Wow.
everyone listen.
So excited.
Welcome you and to present you my classical line fragrances collection with this perfume like you can see now. And I consider this classroom, master classroom, organized by Simona from Abaton Bros from USA, my business partner. As you can know, now I have now this classical line 24 different fragrances. That you can see 3 of the line behind me here. And I am is a special presentation. You can in my swimming pool in Marrakesh, because now I'm studying a new line about Morocco. I will tell you about that later. So now I go back to the classical line and I tell you my favorite fragrances of this classical line. The first one is tobacco, second one is oud, third one is leather. But you can mix like you want, because all the Oriental can mix patchouli with leather, patchouli with oud, or if you want in the spring summer fragrances, you have jasmine, violet, lavender, you can mix everything. And don't forget the first one, tobacco. Thank you, bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Frank.
Hi, Frank. So if you listen closely, he was kind of giving us like an exclusive insider look that he's actually creating a different fragrance line all about Morocco. And it's inspired by, of course, Marrakesh, which is where he is at right now. And he also mentioned his favorite fragrances, which was tobacco, oud, and I can't remember the other one. That was just that he just said. We're going to speak a little bit more about Franck Boclet, but first I want to introduce you to Jana Menard. She is the exclusive retailer that houses all 24 of Franck Boclet's fragrance collection fragrances, and she carries the 100 ml and the 50 ml, so that's pretty awesome, located in beautiful Lake Tahoe. So Jana, if you want to take it away, and she's going to speak about a few of her favorite fragrances that you guys don't have in your samples, but don't worry, if you want to buy them, you can just go and head over to her website as well. So Jana, you can take it away.
Yes, thank you, Lexi. Good evening, everyone in New York and everywhere around the world. First, I'd like to thank Simona Abaton from Abaton Perfumes for introducing me to the fragrant works of Franck Boclet. I enjoy offering the varied works within the 3 collections to all of our clients, both in store and online. Gourmand perfume is a very popular niche right now. We have a lot of requests for it. And this is a thread that exists throughout Franck's line. I really enjoy this line for a variety of reasons. In particular, this line uses classic ingredients, florals, ambers, herbs, resins, and then it gives them a new, fresh twist, a gourmand twist, an accessible feel. So they're kind of new and interesting and exciting, but they still have one foot in classical perfumery. So I really enjoy that about them. While I enjoy all of the fragrances in the collection, I have a few favorites that I wear myself, and there are about 5 of them. And the first one that I was really impressed with is Patchouli. This is Frank's Patchouli here. Patchouli is always a difficult note for me on its own. It can be a little scratchy, but if it's tamed properly with other ingredients, it's beautiful. And that's exactly what Frank's Patchouli does. It's a great rendition of the patchouli leaf. It has cedar and sandalwood, tonka, vanilla, amber, benzoin. So the patchouli is wrapped in these beautiful amber and vanillic notes, and it lasts forever on the skin. It's very sensual. It's a beautiful fragrance. So when it comes to patchouli, this is the one that I always reach for. So this one I like to wear in the autumn, just when it's getting cold. But as we get to winter, and we had a long winter this year, fir balsam, it's stunning. This smells like wintry Christmas trees, red berries, spices, mincemeat. There's a little nod to Cabron's Nuit de Noël in here, which is one of my favorite all-time holiday fragrances. And Frank, in this one, there's cardamom, vanilla, red berries, fir balsam, and it has a sort of a holly, kind of holly bush note to it too. It's one of my favorites. Lasts a very long time. This fragrance is very concentrated. I'd say you're going to get 12 hours out of this, which is really impressive. That's another hallmark of Frank's line, is that these fragrances have very nice quality raw materials and in a concentration that's rarely seen, at least in America. We don't have things like this. They're eau de parfum. They're more like an extrait de parfum or more. And fir balsam is another one that does last very well. One of my favorite woods in perfumery is cedar, in particular, the Atlas cedar versus the Virginia cedar. It has a sweet tannic quality that goes well with a lot of other notes. Here, Frank has paired this with sandalwood and tonka. It creates a sort of sweet, round feeling. There's also cypriol in here, also called nagar matha, which is cypress oil. This gives it a lot of structure and some angles and edges, and it has black pepper for spice that gives it lift. This is a very unisex, woodsy amber fragrance. Cedar, it's another winner from the collection for me. Heading now into summer, and we're going to talk about the geranium. Geranium is another note like patchouli that on its own can be a little bit tickly and scratchy to the nose. This is a bright, fresh, classic scent. It evokes summertime. It's wrapped in heliotrope, so it has a lilac component. It smells like fresh soap, old-fashioned soaps. This opens with lavender, lime, and grapefruit. So first you feel like you're getting a citric fragrance, and that really reinforces the geranium. And you're like, oh, this is going to be a classic sharp citrus. Next, it's completely unexpected. We get heliotrope and orange blossom. Heliotrope feels like marzipan. Orange blossom is kind of soft and sweet and innocent. And then we have a base that's musk, sandalwood, and vanilla. So we have these herbal notes, the citric notes that are wrapped once again in Frank's classic gourmand base. It's just lovely. It makes me think of being on the porch in summer with the lilacs in bloom and all the geraniums hanging from the pots on the porch. This one brings me back to my childhood. So that's the geranium. So speaking of heliotrope, I have to confess, Frank's heliotrope is my absolute favorite of the classic collection. I wear it on a very regular basis. Heliotrope, as we just said, is it's a flower, small purple clusters of flowers. It smells like a marzipan or creamy almonds and lilacs. I grow it for the bees at home. I grow it at the shop for customers. We have it going all summer. It's kind of a narcotic feeling. Frank's take on this is interesting because at first it's paired as a pretty note with rose, orange blossom, And then there's some peach and tonka in there too. I dare say it feels a little bit like a C14 peach aldehyde. I could go more on that, but I was getting, as I was sampling this late last night, I got a little feeling of Mitsuko in the back of my brain. The danger with heliotrope is it can feel a little fluffy or flabby. In this case, it's paired with clove, thyme, and patchouli, which give it composition and structure and longevity. This is a truly beautiful perfume. And feel free to contact us at the store or go to our website if you want to sample these or any of the other fragrances from the classic collection. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about this line that we so very love and believe in here at Fragrance Vault.
Thank you to you.
Jana, can you just tell us the names of the fragrances you went over, because we're all taking notes.
Okay, so the first was Patchouli. The second was Cedar. Oh, I'm sorry. The first was Patchouli. Second was Fir Balsam. Third was Cedar. 4 was Geranium. And 5 was Heliotrope.
That's great. Sonia is asking what store. Jana owns a store called the Fragrance Vault, and we're going to be giving you all that information when we send the notes tomorrow about how you can shop. Yeah, Lexi has it right there. We're going to have it in the notes tomorrow, and we'll have some special shopping incentives, but we will give you this information.
Yes.
It's just sort of Jana popping in to guest star with us here a little bit, a little pop in from Jana, because she does carry the complete 24 piece set, which I think is amazing. Your shop looks like a lot of fun, Jana. Your shop looks really great.
It's a lot. Yeah,
it looks like a lot, but that's what we like. That's what we like.
It's a lot, and we have modern perfumery as well as vintage perfumery, and that's why I enjoy this line so much. It harks back in some ways to my passions for classical perfumery.
I'm thinking that when we can travel again, we're going to have to come out and do a fragrance event in Lake Tahoe, right?
Yeah, we do.
Is it Lake Tahoe?
It is. We're in Lake Tahoe at the base of the Heavenly Ski Resort. Yeah.
So. Well, we might have to come out there and.
You're welcome. Let me know. Well, as soon as
we can.
We'll do it.
Yeah, we can do a wine and spirits pairing. Mary Orland will come out from California, right, Mary? Yes. Okay. All right. Great. Thank you so much for spending time with us, Jana. Okay.
Yes, of course. And remember that this line is exclusively at Fragrance Vault, all 24 fragrances. Franck Boclet originally launched his line in 2012 with only 4 fragrances. So it's crazy that it has grown to this many fragrances, and Jana has them all. And like Karen said, we'll give you all the information again tomorrow with the notes and the website so you guys can shop. Okay.
A comment from David Ecker. He said, Jana is a rock star. So there you go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
So, and this is just another little picture that Jana gave us from the store. So this is featuring Franck Boclet's Rock and Riot Black and Ivory edition. So if you were at our last masterclass, you got to explore the wonders of the Rock and Riot Black edition, and stay tuned for the masterclass on the Ivory edition. So everybody get out your first fragrance. Yay. So this
one is first.
Yes, this one is Tobacco is first. And if you remember, this is Franck Boclet's favorite scent. So get it all out, get your little blotters out. We'll spray all together so we can all experience this one together. So what's everyone getting at first? I'm definitely getting like the gingery that kind of goes into the tobacco.
Does it have anise?
The plum, for sure.
Clove.
For sure. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, how are you? Nice to see you.
Okay.
Oh, this is great.
Yes,
Is there anise?
This is definitely one of my favorites as well. Kind of gives me like a syrupy and honey at the beginning, and then I kind of get like the more plum and the clove and the tonka bean, you know. Very nice. It really captured that almost that like cherry pipe tobacco that you smell. Yes.
He's really captured that. I think
then-
the plum really replicates that really nicely.
Yeah, and then you have the background that's both kind of woody and it has like the amber in it, the benzoin, and it's all wrapped in the vanilla and musk. I think it's very different than most tobacco scents that I've smelt because it kind of has like, I really like that it has like the vanilla at the very end because it kind of like mellows it out and it gives it a very wearable, sensation. Very nice. I would say that this is a little spicy, wintry, and I think this is unisex. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely say unisex.
Definitely.
Oh, this is really beautiful. It's almost like you want to eat it. It's so delicious.
Yeah.
I see Lisa Sands is laughing.
Oh, God. Karen, you got me in so much trouble.
With all these wonderful Franck Boclet scents.
God, this is amazing.
I know. Okay, guys. Moving on. Let's go to the next one. Are we all done with this one? Do we have any questions? Simona is, the fragrance master. So if you have anything super specific, she's
I have a question. Who is the nose behind the series?
There are different notes, but in particular for tobacco, Frank decided the scent. He is the one that he created this.
So which company makes it?
He did a couple of cooperation with Givaudan and with another company in Grasse.
Okay, all right.
okay. Moving on, guys, to the next one. Incense. So take out your incense and your blotter. Spray it all together. Wow. What's everybody getting on their first notes?
Wait a second.
Gotta blot all together. So incense dressed in the head with spicy notes such as cardamom, cinnamon, and pepper. And the heart, it's accompanied by benzoin again. In the background, it has woods and guaiac and sandalwood, ebony, and it really gives like a very round and warm scent. I'm definitely getting like warmth from this. And I think that that's like, the incense, like the inspiration behind this fragrance. I would say it's woody, spicy. Winter, fall would probably be the best time to wear this fragrance. And definitely unisex, but I'm definitely getting a more masculine feel. What do you guys think?
feel
I
like the
think
whole
this is
line is
one-
unisex. I'm sorry. No.
I think this is one that has to dry down.
Yeah.
I see what you mean, Lexi, because that first blast is very masculine.
Yeah,
But I'm getting a feeling that maybe the cinnamon's going to come through, and the sandalwood could be a little sweet. And I think this is one that you have to let dry down. But it does its first blast definitely masculine.
Yes, and Franck Boclet, he really focuses on having very natural ingredients in all of his perfumes. And so they do give like a very long lasting fragrance on the skin. And of course, everyone's going to smell things a little bit differently, but I think that this is definitely giving a masculine vibe to me. I think it's more like
I like these. I
pepper.
like this because I'm sorry. I
No,
like this because it's got that churchy vibe that I love. I love
I remember
that
you talking
churchy.
about last time.
I talked about last time. Well,
Yeah.
when you go into old churches in Italy, Spain, and France, especially Italy, you can smell the woods, but the woods have been there for centuries, and and there's usually kind of almost like a dank kind of a smell, and together they're just wonderful. And this always reminds me of those experiences. So I particularly love the churchy fragrances. I'm gonna put this in the churchy category for me.
Churchy, woody. for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, it smells like it's got a history to it. It smells like there's drama here. Well,
I that he takes like inspiration from this collection as opposed to the Rock and Riots collection. These are very classical. You know, he is not going to try to mess around with what incense is. He's going to give you, you know, his sense of incense. And I think that that's what makes this collection special and different from his other collections, because this is like his own play on the classical, you know, sense.
Mary's giving us a pairing here.
Oh.
A chartreuse liqueur, which is made by monks, and or another herbal based liqueur with incense. I think that would be a great pairing.
That would be.
It's already getting less masculine if you're smelling it.
I know.
It's
Yeah, now
already
it's
getting a little less masculine.
definitely giving me like a more warmer scent now.
Now Rachel Ann is asking, when we looked at ashes from the Rock and Riot collection, she's asking, did this build on its base? She's getting the touch of ginger in this one, which is not open in the opening notes. But
you see where
that spiciness that she's getting, that gingery thing you're getting, might be the pepper berries.
Yeah, it's definitely
or the pepper. Yeah, this is definitely getting really great.
Yeah, and Franck Boclet also says with all of these scents that he loves to mix them. So if you find 2 or 3 that you really enjoy wearing, he really wants you guys, like he really suggests that everybody mixes them and kind of creates their own signature scent.
And remember, all the fragrances are really long lasting on the skin.
Very long lasting, yes. Okay, any last questions? Any last comments on incense? Okay, moving on. Moving on to leather. This one I think might be one of my favorites, just because I think that it's just so spicy, and it's, you know, I think it's quite different than normal fragrances. So everyone get their leather out. Spray it all together. I'm definitely getting woody, spicy. I love that it has, you know, the saffron notes, the cumin notes, and it rubs shoulders with lemon for a sparkling start. In the heart, you have cloves that come through, and there's definitely some floral notes of jasmine and rose. And then the black background, it's really enhanced by amber and some oriental notes. What are you guys getting?
It's a perfect mix for me with amber. Leather and amber together, they create a very great mix.
Yes, I think that this is a very seductive scent, you know, very sexy, very like night out type of scent. Very, here everything is very harmonious and balanced, and it's not overly masculine, I would say, but it's very striking, you know?
I agree. This is very nicely blended and composed. My comment here is this is a suede leather. It's not a, you know, it's not a dark black car interior leather. This is a leather that's easily wearable by all genders. More of a
that lemon, the lemon's really coming through really nicely. I'm really getting a nice top. That sparkling lemon is really nice.
Yeah, the lemon is really nice.
It keeps it from being too heavy.
Right.
I'm also getting some cumin. It doesn't list cumin, but I'm getting a cumin.
It says cumin at the, cumin and saffron are the top notes.
Oh, I see it right now. I didn't see it before. Okay, yeah. I'm getting the cumin a lot. It's nice.
It's well-behaved cumin though.
It's well-behaved cumin.
Yeah,
I agree.
Not too sweaty, right?
Not too sweaty.
Not too sweaty. Yeah,
this is another really one nice. It's gonna be like a chameleon. It's just gonna keep changing.
Yeah, well, that's a nice thing about it. I think all of these, you really have to let them dry down, because they're so complex. There's so many different notes in them. It's really nice. David likes the well-behaved cumin. He likes that. That's why Jana's a rock star, right?
He definitely is.
Okay, now this is a great one. And it's funny because leather right now is having a big moment. Everybody's got a leather. Tom Ford has new ombre leather. there's leather is having its moment, which is great because I've always loved leather. But this one is actually a leather that you take you from spring into summer, I think. Most leathers are too heavy. This one is really nice.
Yeah. Because the saffron make a really a very good
This is great.
spicy opening.
Really nice.
Okay, so any last questions, comments?
I think I might like this one more than number one, and I didn't think that was possible.
Oh my goodness, more than tobacco, that was the number one.
Yes. Oh, geez, this is going to be dangerous, Karen.
Lisa, my apologies to your husband. I'll send him a nice note, okay?
That's guys, all of you guys got the $20 off coupon. It's also available for fragrancevault.net. So Jana has graciously also let us put the code in for her website as well. So maybe your husband won't be that mad.
We could always hope.
All right.
Here's the card that we all got. Okay. And, okay, great.
So now we'll go on to, this was the other one. That was Franck Boclet's favorite. So I'll get out the foods. My apartment is smelling rather nice right now, guys. All right, so what's everybody getting for their heart, for the opening?
Whoa, a big blast of cumin. Whoa.
Yeah, I think it almost smells like
lots of spice.
Spicy, but still kind of restraint to me. And then it kind of has like a very awesome background of like woody, it's pretty versatile of a fragrance.
Makes me think of Chinese 5-spice.
Yeah, elegant. So of course you have, the lead notes being spicy notes of clove, ginger, cumin that really gives this, this character to this fragrance. It has the cedar and patchouli enters the stage, and it really takes its full like dimensions as you keep on waving it around and smelling it. Ooh, very nice. I feel like this would almost pair well with leather. What do you guys think? I feel like you could probably mix these both together.
Somebody has a question. Do these come in smaller sizes, or is this a one size bottle?
100 ml and 50 ml.
Pardon me? Say that again?
100 ml size and 50 ml size.
Oh, so they do come in a smaller size. Oh, that's great. That's great. They come in two sizes. That's great. Are they all the same price, or do they have different prices?
The 100 ml is 130 with the coupon.
I believe so, yes.
And the 50 ml, Jana?
75 with the coupon.
Okay.
So Jana, the retail prices without the coupon, just so we have an idea.
95 and 150.
Okay. Beautiful. And the coupon will help soften that blow.
For sure.
The bottles are physically beautiful too. When you look at perfume bottles, you love to see that thick shoulder at the bottom. That makes the bottle look very substantial. You can tell this is quality glass when you look at them and they have that thick kind of shoulder there. I love that. Bottles are beautiful.
Very classic looking. That's why I love that he kind of kept the theme of being very classic, very traditional, and very sexy with this whole fragrance collection, and then he kind of got a little personality and a little wild and rock and roll with his Rock and Riots collections.
Heidi's asking if we know who designed the bottle.
Frank.
Do we have that?
Frank.
Frank. So is it? Yeah, I guess she might even be asking who the bottle company is. I know sometimes we know that, sometimes we don't.
Yeah. And so if you guys do want to shop the 50 ml, Jana is the exclusive retailer that has that. So if you do want the smaller sizes, then you need to shop at fragrancevault.net.
Looking at the markings on the bottom for who made the bottle.
Sometimes you can't, sometimes it's not on there.
I can't really make, I don't have the right glasses.
So, I mean, sometimes it's not on there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure that, you know, Frank looks the best of everything. So I'm sure it was a great company.
They feel very good. They feel very substantial, and
Yeah.
it's definitely some leaded glass. It, you know, has a good refraction. Feels
Yeah, well,
nice.
you can always tell when you see that thick shoulder at the bottom, you know, that thickness, that is always a great sign of a
Right.
quality bottle. Now, the caps, Jana, what are the caps black?
They're sort of a gunmetal. I don't know if you can see this, but they're sort of a gunmetal dark gray. Mm-hmm. And they're quite nice, and you know, they go on very tightly and snap back on. So yeah, we've never had any issues with the bottling at all. The bottle is well made. There's no leaking. We have no issues with the atomizers. They spray beautifully. So so yeah, the bottle is a winner for sure.
What's on the background of the label? It looks like some texture there. What is the background? It looks like there's a little texture on the label.
Yeah,
like
it's a little bit marginally holographic there.
Okay. Nice.
Bottom.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. So, I wanted to make a comment about the oud. This is a wearable oud. You know, everybody wants to talk about oud, but not really everybody can wear it. This is not a poo oud. This is as we call it here, pood. This is a nice wearable blended oud. Could easily be worn by women as well. It has the oud in the composition, but it's not yelling. There's no kind of funky body notes to this. And this is one that when people ask for oud, they frequently like something like this, even though they think that they want a pure oud oil, but they don't. So that's the nice thing about this, is the oud is wrapped in a beautiful composition that people find wearable.
Okay. Any last comments on oud?
It's you know, it's drying down really nicely, really sweetly too. It's nice. Drying down. It's calmed down.
Yeah, for sure.
Really nice.
All right, the next one has to be one of my favorites, guys. Lavender. I'm really into floral scents, so I love that Franck Boclet has this in his collection. Has an oriental and aromatic harmony. The notes at the head. So we got to spray. Favorite one, and I'm not even spraying it yet. Okay. Everyone get out their lavender. Truly one of my favorites.
Yummy. This one's so yummy.
I know this one's like just so wearable for me, being a little bit younger. I always get compliments when I wear this one. Although my sample's running out, so
time to visit the fragrance vault.
Oh, for sure. Booking my flight to Lake Tahoe now.
Right.
So you're all coming. Let's just get a charter for all you guys from New York.
Yeah, we're all coming.
Airport here.
We're all coming.
Well, I'll just get a bus, and then we'll bus from the airport straight to Jana's Fragrance Vault, and then we'll have wine and cocktails and some treats and fragrances. Okay, so I'm definitely getting a little bit of spicy, but that's why I like this one, because it's not just a normal, you know, floral scent. It kind of has like a little bit of like the spice to it, I think, on the head. And then the heart, of course, of lavender and sage, and it blends subtly with the tangy notes of apple and cinnamon. And in the end, the warm and oriental notes of patchouli and amber. Really elegant flavor. I mean, a really elegant fragrance to me.
The apple comes through really nicely.
Mm-hmm. Right? I think
really
it nice. Like a really sweet smelling, but not smelling like vanilla or like candy, you know?
It's not a scratchy lavender either. It has these nice warm notes that sort of tone down the edges that lavender can have.
Yeah, the warmness from, you know, the cinnamon, for sure. What are you guys thinking about this one?
Oh, Karen Adams recommends the lavender and patchouli as a combination. Now that's interesting.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think a lot of these you
I'm
can
going to do
layer.
that right now and report.
I think a lot of these you can layer. I have a feeling there's going to be some layering going on.
For sure. And that's what, Franck Boclet kind of wants you to do. He likes the idea of layering these fragrances. I feel like this is a very year-round fragrance, Maybe more feminine, but I don't know. I feel like you could probably get away with unisex.
Oh, Dara has a great idea. A soap. I think bath products would be great in this.
Oh, yeah.
This would be great in the bath.
We'll have to give that idea to Frank.
Yeah. I think this would be great. Or maybe Frank. Was Frank speaking from a pool? Was that a pool?
Yes, that was.
He's in Morocco.
Yeah, he's in Morocco right now. He's escaping.
Yeah.
Frank was actually under another lockdown due to the pandemic, so he escaped to Morocco.
Was Frank wearing anything in that pool? I couldn't tell.
I'm sure it was a leather thong, probably.
Yeah.
If you've seen his clothing designs.
Yeah, I mean,
About right.
no, it was just like, it was hard, not that I was staring or anything, but it just looked like it looked like it was all like there was no color, like a bottom, but it's his pool. He can do what he wants.
He's wearing only his fragrances.
That's all he needs.
Dressed in fragrances.
Just like Marilyn Monroe said, they asked her what she wore to bed, and she said, Chanel number 5. So
Yeah.
There we go.
But that was only because Franck Boclet hadn't developed these yet. She probably would have loved these too.
Yeah.
David Ecker loves that pool presentation. Yeah, that I think that's a first for us. I don't think we've had.
Yeah, it's
anybody...
exclusive for Sniffapalooza membership. Yeah.
Yeah. Frank doesn't do these appearances ever. Because we talked about this before. I said, can Frank do a little appearance? She says, I'll try. And apparently you got it.
Simona magic for sure. He was wearing perfume only, as Andrea said. He's wearing perfume only. Mm-hmm.
But which one?
Out of the few that we've done so far, what is everyone liking their favorite? Lisa, are you still liking the leather? Tobacco?
Tobacco.
Okay. That was the very first one. That one's Frank's favorite.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it's worn down. Let me actually find that one. I think it's worn down quite nicely.
Yeah, they're all drying down great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one's
the leather is really interesting because I was looking for a leather that I could take into summer, and this is the only one I've found. This is really interesting because you can wear this in the warmer weather.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had such crazy weather here too. It's gone from hot to cold, back to hot again. This is really nice.
Very nice. Okay, guys. Next one. Are we ready? All right, moving on to amber. Everyone get your amber out. Here, mine is.
And also amber is the one that we spray on the paper inside the discovery set.
Mm-hmm. So this was the very first scent that you guys all got to smell.
Yeah, so your box, the paper in your box was saturated with amber. Oh, this is great.
Yeah, I find this to be a really well balanced amber scent, with the opening of Ylang Ylang. Very herby, sensual and addictive fragrance. Top notes being Lauren and oregano. Like I said, with the Ylang Ylang, definitely what I'm getting at first. The heart reveals an opulence of jasmine and addictive character of patchouli. Background with amber reveals itself even more sensual with balsamic and vanilla notes.
Really like this one. This is going to become one of my favorites, I think.
I'm definitely getting the balsamic and vanilla at the end now. Mm. First was very Ylang Ylang for me. What are you guys?
The bay and the oregano are not heavy. Because sometimes those can be notes that are a little dominating if they're used in large quantities. But they're here just supporting some providing brightness, a little structure. But this is a really pretty scent. It's really beautiful.
Fabulous.
What are you guys kind of picking up from this? This is a nice one. Is this anyone's favorites, or are the other ones?
This might be my favorite right now. It might become one of my favorites. It has a lot of things that I like in it.
What are those?
This fits into my whole churchy category. I'm getting yeah, this goes into my churchy thing. I like, well, this has the patchouli that I love, and a lot of people love patchouli. Karen Adams is famous for loving it. But I love how the amber mixes with it. I think, and I've lately been getting into jasmine a lot. And so my three favorite things lately have been jasmine, patchouli, and amber. And this is doing it. I think this one might be.
This one, there's more that I love than the rock and roll riot. Yeah, there's way too many in this one.
Like
and
I said,
think we had 10. We had 10 of those, right?
I think it was 9. Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so many. And you guys give the biggest sample packs ever. Oh my God.
Good to know.
You.
We try to get it fast.
You know, this amber kind of hits all the points. It's got the floral, you know, with the yang and jasmine. It's got the spicy with the patchouli. It's got the you know, addictive kind of edible with the amber and the vanilla. It's kind of hitting like all my favorite points. The oregano is really nice too, and that's coming through now. So it's got my three.
Now a little bit later, even though it's in the top, right? I noticed that now.
It's coming through now. So it kind of hits all my lately my favorite points. It's kind of got the gourmand thing going on a little bit too with the balsamic and the vanilla and the, you know, it's got a lot of it's hitting all my favorite points here. I could see wearing this in a lot of situations. Some of the other ones, and I love them all, maybe a little too strong for certain situations, but this one I think is like you know, like an all day, all night fragrance.
For sure. A little woody, a little sweet, a little oriental, kind of hits all the notes, you know.
This is a good one to wear for your vaccine.
No. Yeah, this one's really great. This is a great one. I think kind of like not too niche, like it's niche for sure, and it's elegant for sure, but I think it doesn't hit you in the face as much. So I think you can wear this anywhere, you know. Even in Frank's pool.
Okay, moving on. Cashmere. Everyone get your cashmere out.
My favorite.
All right. Oh, this is really nice. Sensual, woody, harmony. Wow, I'm definitely getting the top notes of the grapefruit. I love that it says heart is suave with leather and spices. In the background, it has a woody and amber notes that take place with generosity, elegance, and softness. What do you guys think about cashmere? I definitely am getting a very like soft and elegance to this fragrance.
Coconut.
Yeah, this is really nice too. Yeah, this is hitting a lot of my favorite notes lately.
Yeah.
This is a grown-up scent. You know, this is for grown-ups.
Definitely for grown-ups. I think that this is kind of like evening wear, you know.
Yeah.
I like that it's very warm and inviting.
Very mature, you know.
but yet it has kind of a youthful sensuality to it as well. I mean, and,
Mhm.
you know, I think I'm finding with Frank's scents, I like that they kind of, I think they're very well composed in that the dry downs are very distinct. A lot
Right.
of times when with the fragrance, it kind of stays linear the whole time. But these you can actually, I'm actually getting the
I know.
different layers of dry down. That's very nice.
And they last forever on your skin. I mean, like when Jana was talking about how some of the fragrances can last up to 12 hours, like she's not joking about that. I mean, they last for so long on the skin. And that's just because he chooses like the best, the highest level of the most like natural ingredients to really give you guys, you know, the best. You're really going to get what you're paying for.
Yeah. Somebody said beachy, somebody said coconut, although coconut's not listed. And so they were, she said, well, and somebody's asking, what is the Letsea cubeba? I don't know. We have to look that up.
Plant is more known as Lycea, and is an aromatic plant, evergreen, usually native from China or Indonesia or Taiwan.
It's a lemon top note.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's a lemon. Okay, so the Hesperides with grapefruit gives it a really nice citrus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is nice. This is not like an in-your-face big,
right.
You know, I think this is really nice.
Is this one anyone's favorites, or are we still liking some of the other ones?
This is my favorite for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, Nick likes this one.
Yeah.
Has an easy way about it. It feels kind of easy and elegant and casual.
And Kathy likes this. This is Kathy's also her favorite one. Kathy Bible, it's her favorite one. Yeah. Well, Angus gets bubblegum from this one.
Maybe
Well,
I
that's
should
interesting.
a little harder. I don't know.
That's interesting.
I got a little bit of cotton candy actually, so the bubble gum makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's some kind of a sweetness. Well, that's really interesting. I mean, there's other things in here besides. I mean, there's always, you know, lots of different ingredients. They're giving us a top part and base, but there's other things in here as well. That's interesting.
Right.
Bubblegum's fun.
I know, maybe now that we've talked about it, the coconut, I don't know why. I think I'm actually getting some of the coconut now.
It's right on the top.
Yeah. Mhm. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Any last?
Also, Frank's Cedar has a coconut note in it as well, which is interesting. It doesn't present as tropical. It presents as a little bit lactonic, but that's in the top of the cedar also.
Yeah, I just sprayed it again, and now I'm getting that coconut big time. I'm looking for the bubble gum.
Yeah, I'll spray it again.
I'm getting the cotton candy thing,
Me
but
too.
I'm also getting a buttery note. Does anybody get butter? Like a hot buttery note? I'm getting hot butter.
There's a creaminess to it.
Well, then maybe that's what it's appearing to me. Maybe that creaminess. Definitely getting the hot butter. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sonia's
I get hot butter
getting the
too.
butter. Sonia's getting
Yeah.
the butter. Yeah. Heidi's getting a little bit of it. It's interesting. I can just imagine when Frank was working on these with the perfumers, and Simona said there were several. I can imagine, Frank has very definite ideas. I mean, I can imagine what those sessions were like. Glenn's getting honey. And let's see what else. I think Jane thinks it's sexy. And Jane knows sexy, believe me.
Okay. Any last comments, questions? Moving on to our last one, guys. All right, the last one is vanilla. Everyone get your vanilla out. So vanilla, warm and rich in oriental notes, is supported by the background of a combination of cedar and musk. The heart and head are sparkling thanks to the presence of zesty lime, grapefruit, and cold spicy notes of cardamom and ginger. I definitely get a little bit of like the citrusy smell at first, but then it kind of definitely warms up straight into the vanilla smelling. What are you guys thinking?
Well, Mary said when she first smelled this, she wouldn't have guessed that this had vanilla in it.
Oh,
and I wouldn't immediately know it either.
Because it's really fresh and original as vanilla.
Susan has this one. Now Heidi says it's screaming vanilla. Whitney says it's key lime pie.
Yeah, I definitely get the citrus in this for sure. Especially when you first say.
Karen M said sugar cookie note, and I get that. I definitely get that. Wow. Once and the cola, people are smelling cola.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting.
I can get the cola now.
I'm totally getting that sugar cookie now that she said it.
And it reminds me of sugar. The other, isn't there one called sugar?
Yes, that's in
Brown
his,
sugar?
Yeah, it was called Sugar. That's in the Rock and Riot collection.
Mm-hmm.
That one's a nice one.
Really interesting one. This is probably one of his sweeter ones, right?
Yes, definitely one of his sweeter ones.
Yeah.
Very
what
sweet.
I like about the vanilla is it's not a cloying vanilla at all. It's not like a heavy, overwhelming. It has a lot of levity, which I think is really nice and kind of unusual for vanilla. So that's what makes this one special.
Yeah, this one is very different than the other ones. This is really different. This is very edible, very gourmand.
Very gourmand. Yes, I would totally.
Now it reminds, who does it remind of Miss Dior? I just saw the message. I can't find it again. Oh, Mary said marzipan. So Mary, what kind of drink would we have with this one?
I'm trying to figure that one out.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes in, I'm thinking, actually, I do know. It just came to mind. There's a fabulous liqueur from Italy called Fratelli.
Yes.
And it is a
hazelnut.
Hazelnut. It's a biscotti liqueur.
Yep.
And that would be perfect with this.
Absolutely.
So when we all come out to,
it's my husband's favorite. I bet he'll like this perfume.
He probably will. Jana, when we all come out to your shop to have an event, we're gonna do a pairing with all these different drinks. Okay.
I'm all for it. We would love to have you. Honestly, we will put it together. So.
Yeah,
this is really nice. It gets less sweet as it dries down.
I think it's kind of getting like the warmer notes to me now.
Yeah, it gets less sweet.
I put it on my skin and I'm getting a lot of caramel.
Oh yeah.
This is actually really nice because sometimes I'm in the mood for like a gourmand. That's been happening to me a lot lately. I don't know if it was the pandemic or I noticed this year that my fragrance tastes change quickly. Like I'll be into something for like a month, a particular kind of fragrance, a particular category. And then suddenly I'm into something else. I don't know if that's because we're in this strange world and we don't know what's going on, but I've definitely been going back and forth a lot.
I'll tell you as a retailer, gourmand fragrances or anything cozy, woodsy, amber, gourmand, sweet, that the sales of those just simply skyrocketed during the pandemic.
So that might be why that might be why I'm kind of drawn. Yeah,
that
why I'm
makes
kind of
sense.
that might be why I'm kind of drawn to this. I'm looking for cozy, but sexy cozy, and this is definitely sexy cozy. You know, this is something that I could wear, and my daughter could wear it too.
Mhm.
In fact, she's probably going to steal this sample like soon. Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, this one's it's really nice.
I mean, these seem very layerable, very layerable. All of these, you know,
Big time. Yes, indeed.
I could see myself having fun with, you know, layering a lot.
And that's what he kind of like Franck Boclet kind of encourages that. So
I could see that happening with these.
This would be nice with tobacco.
ooh, yeah.
This would play into that sweet cherry tobacco note that I was smelling. This would
Yeah.
play really nicely into that.
Exactly.
So
Now Jessica says that cashmere reminded her of Miss Dior. I see what she's talking about, although I probably wouldn't have thought of that.
The new Miss Dior, like maybe the Le Parfum from about
It's
5 or 6 years ago,
probably
or
the new one, I would
not the
guess.
old Miss Dior?
It's probably the new one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Just really interesting. Vanilla with the patchouli, Peggy said, you know, that could be an interesting combo.
yeah. So what's everyone's favorite thus far? Now that we've
God,
smelled,
it's really hard.
Mhm. I keep going back to the lavender. I told you guys that was my favorite, and I just think that that's something that you can just wear all the time. So I really like floral scents. I think it's now that it's almost springtime too, and it gets a little bit warmer in New York. I definitely want to wear more floral scents.
Yeah, I like the lavender a lot too.
Yeah. Lisa, are you still with your tobacco and your leather?
Well, this vanilla has come on strong.
Okay.
Very strong. I'm loving it.
Yeah, because it's not just like, it's not just its namesake vanilla. It has so many different layers to it, which I love. And I think
Yeah.
that's with all of these fragrances.
It's a bright and sparkly with the lemon and the lime. I love that.
What a combo. I love it.
I just smelled them all again, and they've all had a chance to dry down.
Yeah.
I think the tobacco is a really interesting fragrance. I think I have like 3 or 4 favorites. I can't pick just one. That's definitely in there. Yeah. I think, yeah, that's definitely in there because it's tobacco I can wear in hot weather, which I've been looking for.
Yeah.
So this actually solves a problem. There you go.
There you go.
And yeah, because you can't wear jasmine leather in the summer, but this you can.
Actually, you can. I've done it.
Have you? Wow. All right.
Talking about the Eau de Lis Jasmine Leather, which is the brand that we had an event. It's from the Sirius Hotel in Positano. We did an event with them here, and the Jasmine Leather. Yeah, you actually can, but it depends on your taste, really. I mean, on what you're comfortable with.
And your chemistry. Everyone's chemistry is different.
Yeah. Well, Lisa has that really good chemistry that loves everything. So.
Yes, I do.
Incense is smelling like crayons. Well, that's interesting. Let's smell that. That's what Heidi says. I get it. I totally get it. I totally get it.
Wax, maybe candles.
Leather's definitely one of my favorites. And tobacco. I'm going to leather, tobacco.
Yeah, the woody and churchy smelling ones.
Definitely churchy.
Yeah.
Because I can't wait to go to Italy and
Again.
just go to Italy and be a church.
Incense will be in 2022. So
That's when we'll all be in Italy, guys.
Well, we did a Sniffapalooza event in Italy. Was it 2008, Karen? Was that when it was? And it was an incredible event. We were in Florence. But now that we know Simona and her whole family is based there, I was thinking when we can travel again, maybe we'll do one based on your whole family business and brands. Wouldn't that be fun?
Exploration, right? Will be
Yeah,
fun.
wouldn't that be fun? And
Yeah.
Simona's family is from Savona, on the northwest Ligurian coast of Italy. A really interesting area. Wouldn't it be fun to go there? And they actually they harvest the Kinoto trees there. Maybe we could go there and see a harvest, smell stuff, eat stuff.
Lots of good wine.
Yeah. We had a phenomenal trip to Italy in Florence, 2008. Somebody asked about UK. We went to London. We did a great trip to London where we visited a lavender farm where they prepared a lavender meal for us, which was really fun.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, we've done I think we did about 7 trips. The last one was the last one Lisbon, Karen? Was it Lisbon? I don't know if Karen's still with us or not. I think Lisbon was the last one. We did Paris, Florence, London, Barcelona, Grasse, which
yeah, don't forget that.
Which Candace came on that trip, and Mary came on that trip. I think that's where I met you, Mary. That may be where we met. Then we did Barcelona, which was an amazing trip, and Lisbon. Now, Anna T, who's here today with us, I believe Anna's been on a few of those trips. But they were really fun. At different time, now it will be really hard to do stuff like this, but once we could travel to Italy with having like Simona would be a great, partner, because her family's all wrapped up in fragrance, but it could be to a different place where maybe we wouldn't go on our own. It could be really fun.
Yeah, Savona is a very good logistic location because we are 45 minutes far from France, from the Côte d'Azur, and less than 1 hour from Milan. So really an amazing place to explore the north of.
I'm thinking this could be, I'm thinking this could be a trip. Now we would fly into Milan, right? That's where you fly into?
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is an easy trip. Karen, let's call the travel agent, okay?
Wow.
Yeah, they were great trips. The Grasse trip was really exciting. I mean, they were all great. It was a different time. I don't know that we could do all the things that we did on those trips because, like I said, we're in a different time now. Karen's
maybe
laughing.
right now would be more easy to reach Jana in Lake Tahoe. That is really an amazing.
Yeah. Maybe we could do we're talking about, Karen says, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, we're talking about if we get back to the trips again, of course, we were thinking about the first one should be in this country because it'd just be easier. You don't have to change your money. You don't have to buy a phone plan. You can speak the language,
Right. It's dirt cheap.
Well, Mary went to California. Well, I thought like maybe if we did a trip with California somehow, we could involve wine country, which is Mary's whole thing. We would have to figure this out.
For sure.
But
If we do New York, we can meet Lexi.
This is true. Well,
California.
Well, of course we're going to do New York. That'll probably, that goes without saying. But if we did a real, we used to do our 3-day fragrance weekends, the Sniffapalooza's Fall Ball and Sniffapalooza Spring Fling. Haven't been able to do one since fall of 2019. So this is what we're doing instead. At least we get to be together with other people that love fragrance and chat and talk. I mean that goes without saying. We'll do another one in New York when we're allowed. I don't know We can't do it the same way. We used to have 100+ people at those. I don't think we'll be able to do that anymore.
Wait the vaccine and then.
Yeah, then we can all hang out together.
Yeah, I mean, I just got my second vaccine last week.
Awesome. Did you feel bad after, or were you good to go?
Nope.
Awesome.
I had a headache for 2 hours, and that was it. But you know, it was fine. It was fine.
Great.
Yeah, but Camille loves these because she's in DC. But when we do the big weekends, when we used to do the 3-day weekends, we had people from all across the US, in Canada, South Africa, Europe, Russia. We had a lot of people from Russia and Germany. We used to have a great group, and you made all kinds of friends. We had several romances came out of this, a marriage and a baby. You know, we had all kinds of stuff. They were really great weekends. A lot of you've been to them, but you know, this is what we can do now. But Karen and I do really, we used to love when we took the foreign trips. They were really just so much fun. You know, but the whole business is different. Like brands that would host us and fragrance houses, we used to get hosted by you know, IFF and Firmenich and Mon and Robertet and, you know, Simrise. I don't know if they could do it again. I don't know if they're even open. It's a whole different, you know, it's a whole different thing. We have to really look into it. And David said, I met Alana Zhivago in Palooza. Well, guess what? We're doing an event with Alana. She's one of the ones coming up. And that's a really great brand because it's not in a lot of places. I'm specifically looked for brands that are not in a lot of places that would be just fun to discover that you might not know about. So that's coming up. That's funny that you mentioned that. I'm talking to her team right now. We'll be doing something fun with them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to the giveaway. This is everyone's favorite part. At least it's mine, because I get to give you guys some of the fragrances that we've talked about in the past, like Rock and Riot Black edition, and some new ones, Rock and Riot Ivory, which we'll be doing class a little bit later in the year, and a special exclusive Franck Boclet bracelet. So the very first winner of the Rock and Riot Black is going to be Zachary Young. So Zachary, if you're here, hello. The next one for Ivory is going to be Judy Davis.
Who? I didn't hear the name.
Judy Davis.
Judy Davis. Judy's with us today. Is she with us?
All the thing, but I did send her some fragrances. So.
Oh, I see Judy's here. Judy's here.
Good. Well, you're getting the Rock and Riot Ivory sample set.
Oh, wow.
And last but not least, the bracelet is going to Nick Sai. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Is it Sai?
Nick Singh. Oh, wow. That's great.
Wow.
So what does the bracelet look like? What does it look like?
The last picture. Look on, it's the last third picture that I have on the shared screen right now.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yep. Wow. That's great. That's great because that's a totally gender neutral bracelet.
Oh, yeah.
Nick, isn't this great? Nick is gonna rock. This is great. Is Nick still here with us? I saw him before. I don't see him anymore.
But anyway, thank you all for coming and hanging out with us tonight. I always have so much fun with you guys, and it's really been fun meeting everyone. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you guys buy lots of fragrances.
So just to let people know again, we're going to send a note tomorrow, which will reiterate what the shopping incentive is, and you know where you can find these. And if anybody has any questions, of course, you can always write to Karen Adams and I with any questions about anything. If you had a broken vial, I know some people I had like a leaked vial. You can write to me. I had put my email address in there. I'll put it in there again. If you have any questions about anything, you can always write to Karen Adams or myself, you know, and we'll get the answer for you. I think this time almost everybody got their package. I know the mails have been really slow and some people didn't get them in the past, but they came late, but I think everybody got them this time, which is really great in time. Yeah, okay, it's like I said, if you had a leak or anything like that, just here, I'm going to put my email address down again. Just send me a note and I'll get a note to Simona and we'll figure it out for you, okay? All right, so I'm Karen Dubin, and I'm the founder of Sniffapalooza. And if you want to just send me a note, I will with any question you have. Okay. I'm happy to, get the answer for you. Okay, just send me a note and we'll figure it out. Okay. So
Okay.
thank you all for attending. I think this was a really great one. I really love it.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're gonna have them pretty much every single week through June. So be watching your emails. We tend to do them, like I said, at the end of the week. Friday and Saturdays tend to be when we can do them. We'll be seeing you pretty soon. I think what's coming up next? What do we have next?
Child.
Oh, child perfume coming up. Oh, that's a great one. Yeah. And those packages went out today. If you happen to be signed up for that one, those went out today. You should tell them. But yeah, we have child perfume coming up. Yeah, it's going to be one every single week, which is fun because you don't even have to leave your place. You can be in your pajamas, or you can be in your pool in Morocco.
Right.
Buck naked if you want. I mean. But no, these are great, and we love seeing you, and we love all our friends around us. So thank you so much. Viva la sniffa, baby.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday, Karen.
Okay.
Happy
Oh, thank you. It's my
Karen.
birthday's tomorrow. Yeah.
Karen.
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Thank you.
Karen,
Bye.
I just wanted to
April
say
1st.
hi. Karen,
April 1st. Yes.
this is
Hi.
Carrie Cooper in Santa Barbara with short hair. So it says
Oh
Glenn
my
Griffin,
God.
who's my husband, Rhino.
Oh
And we
my
did
God. I remember
Barcelona.
you from like a
Yes.
really long time ago.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
this
did
is great. So
Barcelona.
nice to like this goes back years, this friendship.
Yes.
Oh wow. I
great
would
to
not
see
have
you.
recognized you. Well, see what happens. We make new friends, we see old ones. This is
That's
great.
right.
So thank you all for coming. There's more coming up. Yeah, that pool was wild, wasn't it? Somebody's wedding. Thank you so much, and we'll see you. Some of them we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Okay. Take care, everybody, and thanks again.
Take care,
Okay.
everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, Karen. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.